Hey guys, Josh Trees here with WeHangChristmasLights.com, and I got Dave Carroll joining us. Many of you guys know Dave Carroll. He's our licensee for Minneapolis, St. Paul area. First off, I'd like to go ahead and thank all of you guys for joining us this evening. I think that you're going to find this webinar to be very informative, and definitely by the end, you're going to have a very good idea of if this is something you want to pursue or not. I think it's going to be something that you're going to be excited about, and definitely something that you're probably going to want to pursue. So, first thing I'd like to do is go ahead and quickly give you a brief history of WeHangChristmasLights.com. WeHangChristmasLights.com has been in business for 19 years. I'm one of the owners. Started it 19 years ago. Been going at it for almost 20 years, and it's been a great run, and we're still going strong. Um, we offer residential and commercial Christmas light installations as well as decor services. Our licensees and associates work with homeowners, property management companies, municipalities, and other facilities of that nature. We're definitely considered a leader in this industry, and we've got locations throughout the United States as well as Canada. Since 2003, we've been helping other companies and individuals as well successfully start and operate their own Christmas light installation service. And our primary focus is to offer companies and individuals the initial training and support, as well as all the sales and marketing resources that they're going to need in order to be successful, and also, equally as important, if not more important, to be very profitable in this great industry. So we're really focused on continual marketing, lead generation, and all the ongoing support for all the contractors and associates that we work with. So just wanted to let you know a little bit more about our company. We've installed Christmas lights on tens of thousands of homes and properties throughout the U.S. and Canada. And with that being said, we definitely have the knowledge and resources to answer any questions that you may have. And, furthermore, we're going to teach you this entire business from A to Z. So when you get on board with us, regardless of the different options that we have for you and what you choose to participate in and to what level, we're going to teach you this business. You're not going to be stumbling and falling flat on your face. You're going to be hitting the ground running from day one. We're going to make sure that you're successful in this business. And again, guys like Dave, myself, we're going to make sure that you continue to stay successful throughout the years with this and build a really strong customer base, and just make this business as profitable as you possibly can. Guys, is talk about some of the benefits to starting a Christmas light installation business. Talk about initially, I'm going to talk about what a great benefit is as an add-on business. So for those of you that have a business that's already maybe in the landscape industry, roofing, window washer, pest control, pressure washing, just possibly a business that really slows down during the winter season, during the months of November, December, January, February. This can be a great add-on for those type of businesses. So one of the great things about this business is that it offers you the ability to be able to retain key employees throughout the year without taking a loss on them. So all of you guys know how frustrating that is to have to get rid of people during the slow season, or by the same token, if you do want to keep them, just giving them busy work that you really don't need to have them doing, just to keep them on the payroll. I've even talked to some guys that keep them on the payroll throughout the year, and they're not even working, just so they can keep the guys. So this is going to give you a great opportunity to not only make a lot of money, but also to retain those key employees throughout the year without taking a loss on it. Another thing is, this is going to be a service that you're going to be able to get a very high margin on because of the high demand. So, given the fact that our installations period really is only about 45 to 50 days, this allows you to kind of pick and choose the jobs that you're going to take and get those jobs with the high margins. So I think you're going to find that this segment of your business will probably be more profitable, possibly substantially more profitable than the other segment of the business that you might already have. Another great thing about this is you're going to be able to build off of your existing client base and cross-sell all of your services. So let's say that you already have a landscape company, for instance, or a window washing company. Well, automatically you're going to send a mailer out, postcards and an email, follow up with a phone call, letting those loyal customers of yours, the people that are on your list and possibly even clients that maybe you didn't get the job in the past, but you might still have their information, you've already probably got a good list of a client base and then other customers, potential customers that you can send this out to. So it's a good way to cross sell. And then by the same token, the flip side is you're going to be able to you're going to get customers through your Christmas light installation business that you'll absolutely be able to sell on your other services. So that's another thing that's a very good benefit as well. Another benefit is that you're going to be able to use a lot of the tools and equipment that you already have. I mean, if you're a roofing guy, a window washer, even pest control, pretty much most of these businesses that I've named, you're going to have the ladders, you're going to have the trucks, the ladder racks, or the vans that you need. So you're going to only need to purchase a small amount of tools like staple guns, glue guns, caulking guns, that sort of thing, compared to somebody that's not already in this business. So a lot of those tools, that's a big advantage. It's easy, very easy to transition your existing staff into this add-on segment of your business. So you've probably already got guys that are out there in the field working. You might already have a sales guy. Maybe you do that yourself, but a lot of you probably already have estimators that are out there. It's very easy just to segue those guys right into this new segment of the business and keep them working. They're going to be as excited as you are because they're going to be able to have income going through the slow season as well. Whereas before, it was probably a stressful time for them. Our program, our licensing program, is very systematic, and once learned, the systems are going to be easy for you to teach employees. We also have videos that you can show to the employees. They're split up into like the sales training, the installations training, because maybe you don't want to train, obviously you don't want to train the guys that are doing the installs and the sales. There's no reason to do that. And then also, any aspect of the training we're going to have in our licensees resources section so that you can review yourself and share with the other employees. The main thing you can do here by getting in this business is you can really turn the holiday season into your most profitable time of year. I mean, I'll tell you, it's a fact that some of the licensees that we have, they make the same amount of income, if not more, during the small portion of time in the Christmas season as they do in their core business the rest of the whole year. So, it's a great add-on. It's a great business. If you've already got employees out there, you've already got guys working, why lay them off when you can make money during the season? And we're going to show you how to do that. All right, so now that we've talked about some of the benefits in general, just with the Christmas light business, I'd like to talk to you about some of the benefits of our program and what we have to offer. So one of the first things is obviously the extensive initial training that we provide. We have several different methods of training that you can take advantage of, either on-site training at our location, like in person, or two-day training events. And we also have a great webinar and video series that we do that's proven to be a very effective means of getting people trained. So nice thing about that is it's a very convenient way. Don't have to come out to California or Colorado or to Texas to do the training. The hands-on approach is very good if if you can do it, if you've got the time to be able to make it out. But again, we've got different options for you there. Outside of the initial training, we're also going to give you some really good ongoing support. The bottom line is that our success depends on your success. So we're not going to just say bye to you after we do the training. We're going to stay in touch with you, give you continual support, give you updates. You'll have access to our licensee resources section where you can continually get those updates, updated forms, some different things, videos, and I'll get into that stuff here in a little bit once we actually start talking about the licensee resources section. But again, just very important that you guys understand we're here to support you, make sure that you're successful in this business. Our overall success in the end depends on your success. Okay, next thing we've got is we're going to be able to offer you wholesale pricing on great marketing collateral, uniforms, etc. Even if you don't take advantage of our branding, our WeHangChristmasLights.com branding package, our marketing program, then we still have lots of good items that are a little more generic, have like different templates set up where you can change out the phone number and your website address, and those are ready to go. So easy to get made, very cost effective, going to cost you a lot less than if you're going to go to like Vistaprint or any of these online printers. Guarantee you that. Okay, the other thing is we've got some really good pricing on the wholesale pricing on lights and materials. Got several vendors that we deal with that are considered our preferred vendors. Different locations across the United States. We actually ship out of California, Denver, Dallas, and then also Bozeman, Montana. So you're going to be able to get a lot of this stuff within a couple days when you order it. And the pricing is going to be great. You're going to be able to take advantage of our volume discounts that we've negotiated. Um, with these guys based on years and years of buying and buying high volume for them. So again, great prices, high quality lights and materials, and we're going to tell you exactly where to go, which vendors to deal with. They're going to set you up under our umbrella. Whether or not you're a licensee, that doesn't matter. As long as you participate in our program, you'll be able to get set up and qualify for these prices that are actually really below wholesale, because any installer off the street, if you contacted these guys direct, you're not going to get the same discounts that you get as an affiliate of ours. So take something that you definitely want to take advantage of. Okay, now you've been hearing me talk about our cooperative marketing licensing program. So we'll get into the details of that a little bit later, but that's an option for you. Definitely have a very solid program for you when it comes to the marketing and licensing program that we have to offer. So that makes it very turnkey for you, where you get to use our name, you get to use our branding, you get the advantage of our website. It's exclusive to territory and zip code. So when you become a member of our cooperative marketing licensing program, you're going to get all the leads that come in for that particular area. And we'll get into a little bit more of the details of that here in a couple minutes. Okay, now if you don't want to be in our licensing program or the marketing program, another option you have is the rights to participate in our pay per lead program. And as long as there's not a licensee in that area, because again that program is exclusive, and we have leads that come in all across the United States. So we sell those leads for $25 for residential leads, $35 for commercial leads. So that's something you can ask me more about one-on-one. We can see if your area is available. I'll tell you, our lead program is very solid. When people get on board with that, they typically don't stop unless they're booked up for the season, or if we get a licensee in that area, and then they're just basically, the leads are no longer available to them. So again, if you want to get more information on that, just get with me or Dave on a one-on-one basis, and we can talk about that. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit about our estimating app. It's going to make bidding real easy and simple for you. The app that we've developed actually allows you to create an estimate out in the field using either your iPhone, SmartPad, any device that you want. It works on iOS and Android system. It'll also work on a laptop computer. So it's going to take you through any type of estimate you need to do: trees, roof lines, light stakes on sidewalks, around windows, doorways, you name it, it's in there. So with that being said, it's very simple, very easy. You can actually create an estimate right out in the field, push a button, email it to the customer. So that's something that we came out with about a year ago, and we've made some changes to it here in 2016. So it's really, really going to be a great tool for you to use. All you're going to have to do is simply pick out difficulty levels that we're going to train you on, enter in information, measurements, that sort of thing. So we cover a good hour and a half to 2 hours just on this estimating app in the webinars that we have when it comes to the sales and marketing training. So you'll be very familiar with that, and I have no doubt that you'll be able to successfully do estimates and do bid jobs from day one, no problem. Okay, so one of the biggest things also on getting board with us is that we've got a proven business system with a track record of success. Again, we've been doing this, guys, for almost 20 years now. So we learned the hard way in the beginning. We lost money our first year, lost a lot of money, stuck with it. By our third year, we were really making some good money in this business. And, by our fourth and fifth years, we were continuing to plug away. And now I can truly say that we are experts in this business. I mean, we can tell you exactly what to do and what not to do to be successful in this. So, no reason for you to reinvent the wheel. We're ready to teach you this system. We're ready to show you everything A to Z that's going to teach you how to make money in this business and be profitable and not lose money. So again, it's with this business, there's not a lot of time for you to stumble and fall on your face. It's not like a normal business that's year round. You can learn, you can make some mistakes here and there. With this, you do that, you start making mistakes, and before you know it, the season's gone. You're hating Christmas lights. You didn't make any money. So don't do it the wrong way. Do it the right way. Get on board with our program, learn our systems, and be successful at this. Okay, one of the things that we'll get into in a little bit is going to be the resources section of the website that's consistently updated. I talked about that a couple minutes ago. You're going to have full access to that, so you'll be able to utilize those resources just like you would if you were a licensee. If you take advantage of our webinar training and also the support, so that's something that we'll get into here a little bit more here in a few minutes about the different benefits of that. So, big thing to think about here is that we truly believe, this program, it's not going to cost you, it's going to save you money in the end. Most all of you guys are already in business. What it takes to learn things the hard way. With this, you don't have to. So, don't get out there and lose money. It's with what you're going to pay us is minimal. You're going to make that up on your first couple jobs or maybe even on your first job. So, it's by going with us, it's not going to cost you. It's actually going to end up saving you money in the end. All right, guys. So you heard me talking about training earlier, just a few minutes ago. Again, got some great training programs. Right here, you see a few snapshots. A couple of them are obviously of the webinar, and then a few of them are actually of the in the field training. So we're going to cover everything in these training seminars, whether it's through the webinar that you take and the videos, or if you come out and join us out in the field and actually do the hands-on approach. I mean, we're going to show you everything that you need to know. We're going to talk about advertising and marketing that's going to generate hundreds, if not thousands, of calls for you. We're going to get into the sales techniques and methods, actually do some role playing in those situations. Get into estimating procedures and logistics. We're going to talk about commercial and residential roof line installations. We're going to teach you how to do trees, branch wraps, outside wraps, palm trees, palm fronds, other type of landscape installations such as bushes, flower beds, pretty much you name it. We're also going to get into stake lighting. Well, outlining windows, doing pillar and gate installations, how to run it across the gates, and when you have the gap in the middle, and how to deal with the gate opening and that sort of thing. We're going to talk about how to properly hang wreaths and garland, which, by the way, make a great upsell, as well as the inflatables is kind of a new thing, and that's a really good upsell also. We're going to talk about commercial installations in general and get into all the different wreaths, skyline decorations, the big 35, 40, 80-foot trees. Get into troubleshooting if you do have any kind of problems in the field, which usually you won't with LED lights. We're going to talk about the configuration and proper routing of power, all the necessary tools and equipment that you're going to need. Talk about safety on the job. Over here on the picture on the right, you see these guys in the harnesses. So we're going to get into how to properly use harnesses when you're on steep roofs like this. Talk about crew management, decorating ideas, purchasing the lights and materials, the best ways to do that, recommended order lists, timelines, all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about the timelines when it comes to marketing, when you want to get postcards out, when you want to get signs out, not just about the type of marketing you want to do, but we're going to direct you the times that's optimal to do that. We're also going to get into customer service and relations. Obviously, most of you guys probably have decent skills at that if you're in business for yourself right now and you're still in business. Scheduling jobs and estimates. We're going to get into like the calendars that we use, the way that we schedule, the way that we schedule by area. We're going to talk about a system that we have. It's called the done by date system. So we're going to, really there's no fluff and filler in this. You're going to be watching, if you're participating in the webinar and the video portion of it, you're going to be watching probably 8 to 9 hours or so of a video. And then even if you come join us out in the field for the 2-day hands-on training, you're going to watch all those videos and the webinars prior to coming out to visit us. So we're just going to apply those practices hands-on when you come out to see us. So anyways, guys, like I said, let me know if you have any other questions on that. But good training is definitely your key to success in this. Don't reinvent the wheel. Do things the right way. All right, so what we're looking at here is going to be a screenshot of the licensee resources portion of our website. This is obviously password protected. Once you become a WeHangChristmasLights.com licensee, we're gonna email you a username as well as a password, so you'll have full access to this licensee resources portion of the website. In this area, we have Christmas lights and installation accessories. Also have marketing tools and apparel, both of which I'm going to get into more details here in a couple minutes about. And then we also have a lot of useful forms that you can download to your own computer, or you can actually print the forms right off of the licensees portion of the website. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the bottom portion of our licensee resources. Right here, we've got photos. So we've got a library of photos for your use. You can either create a portfolio with those on your computer, your laptop, or your smart pad, or you can use these photos also for any kind of additional print advertising that's outside of what we provide you with, such as local mailer, like talking about like the coupon guides, or like a local neighborhood magazine type of thing. Right here, we have additional resources and links. Under this tab, you're going to find videos, educational videos, ongoing educational things that we create for you. The stuff that I was talking about, like the videos that you can show your employees, or any time that you need a refresher yourself, you can refer back to it. You're also going to find just a ton of resources and links that go to products that we think are going to be good for you. Tools, just the latest, greatest things that are out are kind of in this section, as well as like any kind of educational articles or anything that we're just going to help you improve your business with. Right here, this is the estimating calculator portion of the website. We'll also get into that a little bit more here in a bit, but basically, this is going to give you, within this area, you're going to have everything you need to be able to conduct your estimates via your computer or your smart pad. All right, so let's talk about the wholesale pricing and all the marketing material that you're going to need. We offer everything that you're going to need to market the service, from door hangers and postcards to signs and vehicle wraps, and everything in between. We've got it. So we're going to have the uniforms that you're going to need: t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, hats, all that good stuff. The best part about it is that you can order anything that you're going to need easily and efficiently on our website, and all that stuff's going to be at wholesale prices. Another thing is that we've got a great little radio jingle for you to use if you decide you want to do any kind of radio advertising. And I also want you to keep in mind that with the initial licensee package, it's going to include everything you're going to need to get off to a great start and pretty much probably carry through the whole season. What we're looking at right here is just another screenshot of the area where you actually go in and do the ordering and put it into the shopping cart for the marketing and uniform items and so forth. Okay, so right here I just wanted to show you a screenshot of the wholesale ordering portion of our licensee resources section. You might be going via our website when you're ordering products and materials, or you might be going directly to one of our preferred vendors. It just depends what part of the country that you're located in for shipping purposes and that sort of thing. But regardless, you're going to be able to order the products either online or by calling a rep at any of the companies. So you'll have both those options there available to you to make to make ordering simple and easy for you. Okay, so now I want to talk about some of the most common asked questions about this business and about getting into this business. So one of the first questions I get asked a lot is, how would I best describe this business? So basically, you're going to be providing your residential and commercial clients with an all-inclusive and professional Christmas display from start to finish. The price that you're going to charge is going to include installation, product, and material rental, as well as removal. So you're going to basically provide everything. It's not going to be, a lot of people ask me, well, what do I do with the customer stuff year after year? Where do I store it? Well, it's not the customer stuff, it's your stuff. So you're essentially offering an all-inclusive program, and you're leasing or renting it to that customer. So everything that you have is yours. That's why it's very important to go with LED lights, because they're going to last you for a long time. Get to use them year after year. So a lot of the customers are going to use your services year after year. due to the fact that they're happy with the services you're offering them, and they simply get used to it, and they don't want to have to worry about ever installing their own lights, and they want to have a really nice look at Christmas. So a couple things here. I know that a lot of you guys probably have questions about what we charge and the prices, and of course that varies depending on the market that you're in. Can vary, quite a bit depending on where you're located, and that's something that I can get together with you on individually and help you gauge that a little bit. But I'd say, to put an average on it, this house on the left, this is probably going to be anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 job, and then right here on the right, this is the outlet malls. Actually, we did this job. We do a little bit of commercial stuff still ourselves down here in Southern California. So this is just a portion of an outlet mall. It was actually about 6,500 to 7,000 linear feet of lights. And this particular job right here, last year we charged 16,900 for it. Took a crew of 4, about a day and a half, and the materials charge on it was, or, I'm sorry, our cost on materials was right around $7,000. So pretty good job even the first year. And of course, again, we're leasing the products to the customer. So this year when we go put them up, we're not going to have that $7,000 expense for materials. So really gets a lot better after your first year. Still can be pretty juicy the first year, but the future years, really start to get nice as far as your net profit, because these lights we'll actually be able to use here for probably a good 7 to 9 years with with replacing a few bulbs here and there along the way. Okay, another common question is how long is the decorating season? I know that we've talked a little bit about this along the way, but the length of the season is really going to depend on the area in which you're conducting the business. So sometimes guys get started like in the colder areas, especially up in Canada or up in Alaska. They'll be hanging lights actually in September. But in general, pretty much rule of thumb is that the earliest you're going to start decorating will be around October 15th. And then the majority of your business is going to start the day after Halloween. So you can get out there and put decorations up early, even as early as like October 1st. But the customers are going to want you to go back and turn the lights on. Or what you can do, and we'll get into this in the training specifically, is you can have the timer set up, ready to go. Offer them just a small, insignificant discount for plugging those lights in themselves, and then you don't have to worry about going back unless you're doing any kind of like greenery, like garland or wreaths, because definitely they're not going to want to have that stuff up until after Halloween. So bottom line is we're going to show you how to optimize this business while working an average of about 65 to 75 days per season. And that 65 to 75 day season is also going to include the removal period, which is generally the day after New Year's through about the 15th or 20th, just depending on how many installs you did and how many crews that you're actually running. Okay, another common question that I get is this service hard to sell? The answer to that is no, it's not. We got a simple bidding process. Like I said, with our estimating app, makes it very easy for you to create an estimate, present it to the customer, email it to the customer. Depending on the device, you can even get your customer to sign off on it right then. So we're going to walk you through, in the training, we're going to walk you through the wholesale presentation one step at a time, show you how to make this an easy soft sell, really get it to where you can have those customers really envisioning those lights on their house and how good they're going to look, and how envious their neighbors are going to be, and yada yada yada. So it's a very, in my opinion, and most guys that I work with don't have a hard time selling this service at all. So we've also continued to see a very high demand for this service all over the United States and Canada. So there's really not any areas that there's not a market for this business. Okay, another very common question is where do I buy supplies? We've already pretty much discussed a lot of that, but like I said, we're going to provide you with wholesale pricing on just about anything that you're going to need to buy, saving you a lot of money. So when you take advantage of our savings, take advantage of our preferred discounts with our preferred vendors, you're going to save a lot of money over the course of a season. So anyways, we've got you covered on everything you're going to need as far as materials, tools, equipment, advertising and marketing, collateral, any other items or services that you're going to need. We pretty much have negotiated discounts on that sort of thing. Are you going to need a bucket truck? Definitely not. You're going to learn how to do most of your installations without the use of a bucket truck. Every once in a while, you're going to need a bucket truck, on a particular job, especially on commercial jobs. It can become pretty common. But if your primary focus is on residential and 90% of your jobs are residential, then you're not going to need one. If you get to the point where you're doing a lot of commercial installations, I mean, that's going to be a great thing. And definitely at that point, you'll probably consider leasing a bucket truck for the season or going out and buying one. So, anytime that you're going to need to use aerial equipment, you're going to want to factor that into your bid. And we actually have a way to do that within our estimating program where you just add the cost of the aerial equipment, and if you're going to need it only one time or two times. So that way you're not losing any money on the job with the cost of the aerial equipment that you're running. Okay, another common question is, do I need to be an electrician? Definitely not. We're going to teach you a variety of ways to find and use power outlets available to you. If you do encounter a job where you're going to need an electrician, it's super easy just to hire an electrician and pass on the cost to your customer. So that's something that you'll probably will want to develop a relationship with an electrician in town, just for the sheer fact of when that occasional job does pop up that you're going to be using, 10,000 lights on, you're going to need to add some extra outlets or breakers or that sort of thing. So with the LED lights, it really has helped a lot. I mean, when we were using incandescents back in the day, it did. There were quite a few times where we were overloading electricity and that sort of thing. But again, with LEDs, they use a ridiculously low amount of power, so you're usually going to be fine, and very rare that you're going to need an electrician. What about the startup costs? Outside of our, costs associated with us, I would say if, most of you guys have most of the tools and equipment that you're going to need, so this really isn't even an issue for you. But, for the guy just coming in that doesn't have any of the equipment, needs to buy a ladder rack, needs to buy ladders, usually looking around $2,500 in tools and materials per crew. So, not bad at all in comparison to the profits that you're going to likely make in your first season. But I'd say with most of you guys, since I know that most people in this webinar already have ladders, already have racks, so you're probably looking at $300 to $500 in cost of additional tools, staple guns, tool belts, that sort of thing for a crew of four. Okay, so good question is, what about insurance? You're going to definitely need to carry commercial liability insurance as well as workers' comp if it's required. Depends on the state that you're in. Very similar to your existing business. So if you need that, then you're going to know that you need it, and you would need to get that policy as well. So usually, most of the guys are able to add this onto their existing policy that they have with their existing business. If you're not able to, let us know, and we'll hook you up with an agent that can help you out. We'll help you find one. And insurance, by the way, too, usually doesn't run that much. I'd say on average, you're looking at probably between $700 to $1,100 a year for $1 million liability policy. And this is definitely something that you want to have, and it's good to have in your truck to be able to show the customer and let them know, hey, we're legit, we're insured. If any problems were to happen, which is a very rare case, then we're covered on it. Another question I get asked quite frequently is how many people should be on a crew. The answer to that is, generally speaking, 3 to 4 people should be on each crew. On a large job, say over $3,500, that would probably take one crew maybe 6 to 8 hours. It might be a good idea to go ahead and combine crews. And definitely, when you get into some of these larger jobs, $7,000, $10,000, $15,000 jobs, you could definitely do that, and it'd be cost effective for you. Okay, now this is a very good question here. Why are LED lights best to use? Pretty much these days, we recommend that you use 100% LED lights. They do cost quite a bit more money. They're probably, in some cases, 4 or 5 times the price of an incandescent light. However, they're going to last you much longer. Incandescent lights are pretty much throwaway lights. So, you're using incandescent minis on a tree one year, you're going to be throwing them away the next year. Otherwise, you're going to have nothing but problems. Even the first year, you might have a lot of service calls if you're using incandescent lights. So, they use a fraction of the electricity that incandescent lights use. That's going to result in not only a much easier installation, but far less service calls. So Some of our guys that have switched to using 100% LED over incandescent have said that they have 0 service calls. So you definitely just need to trust me on that one. And basically look at the lights that you're purchasing as an investment in your company, and you can amortize the cost of those over like 6 to 10 years. So just depends on what type of light it is, whether it's a mini versus say a C7 or a C9, like the larger bulbs. That's going to have kind of a bearing on the longevity of them, as well as how your crew is handling them when they're taking them down. So that's one thing you want to make sure when these guys are removing the lights, that they know they shouldn't be ripping them, pulling them, getting the sockets loose and the wires loose, because that's going to run those lights, and they're, like I said, they're not cheap. Average customer retention rate, usually around 85% is a kind of an average number. As long as you're doing a good job, you go back to take down the lights on time. If there are any service issues, which would be rare, you go back and you take care of that. You guys know, you take care of your customers, they're going to be happy, just like the existing business you have, and they're going to be ready, for you to reinstall those lights come the next October or November.